What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ant. Today we got
Carl.
Yes, sir. You may have seen him in a couple of my videos. Back when we went to St. Louis
for the St. Louis spring break trip.
Spring break trip.
Yeah, for sure.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that was a wild weekend.
That was a wild weekend indeed. You didn't watch that? You're lame. Go watch that.
That was a wild weekend.
That's a requirement before you subscribe. But yeah, anyway, today, so in light of Father's Day, we'll be talking about our fathers. As you guys, now you guys know that my father has passed away in February, and his also passed away. And you were talking about
Yeah, I said my father also passed away back in September.
Yeah, absolutely. So in light of their memories and in light of what they did for us, we're going to be talking with them spiritually, but also talking to each other about them, emotionally. So
call it trauma bonding in a way, but
Yeah. Without this isn't
good.
vodka.
It's good
this
content.
We won't
water.
be drinking today. This is H2O.
It's 11:25 in the morning. I don't know who's drinking that early.
Yeah, nah. Unless it's a mimosa.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah, even at that. It's like, niggas got work and shit. So.
Nefarious work.
Pre-gaming for work is crazy. But, yeah, we'll just hop straight into it. So basically how it's going to go, we got some questions we'll be answering on behalf of our fathers based on, our experiences with them, and even something that we may not know about each other based on how our fathers raised us.
Yeah.
So we can just go, as they say, bar for bar, question for question. You can start.
We'll save the deeper questions for later.
That's gonna be towards the
end. I'll say we'll slow cookie.
Slow cookie.
Let's see. Let's start lighthearted. What is the funniest moment you had with your father?
Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, there was plenty of them. He was roasting the fuck out of somebody. Like, he just let him have it. Like, not to his face though. Like, he was in traffic, and you know how niggas get in traffic. Like, they get all crazy and shit. But he'll like analyze you as he's driving past you because he's going too slow. So I can't say everything for the sake of I'm trying to be monetized eventually. But let's just say
he was letting it fly.
The SpongeBob world, a lot of dolphin noises.
Hey,
just a lot of dolphin noises. So yeah, I think that's one part that I'll take with me, the road rage, definitely, because I get mad too sometimes, and it definitely shows. I be catching myself like that's some shit he would say.
Yeah,
just letting that rock out. So.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Also, that's a lot of funny moments. I'll definitely say road rage. My dad has the worst road rage I've ever seen in my life. Some of the stuff he would say, of course I can't say it,
right, yeah.
I ain't trying to mess
Appreciate
up what you got going on. But I'm talking, he would curse like a sailor. He was saying everything. Yeah. Any curse word out there in the book, he said all of it. And it'll get to a time where sometimes I have to tell him to chill, because people are crazy nowadays. You never know what can happen. So
Swiss cheese.
So yeah, and then
that was like shaky. I don't want them to. We don't condone that here. No violence. No violence.
And then also too, I also spent a lot of time, especially my dad in his later years, we just sit down and watch like different TV shows and stuff. And one of our favorite shows to watch together was Martin.
Oh yeah, Martin.
Yeah. So we've seen every episode a million times over. It's just funny every time. So yeah, I would say those are probably some of the funniest moments, of many that I can remember and take, live on.
That's what's up. Definitely. Martin is a classic. My dad put me onto the hood movies. Friday, Menace to Society, yeah. All the oldies, yeah.
Love Jones.
Yeah.
All
I think Love and Basketball, all that.
The Best Man.
Yeah.
And then also too, remember that we used to watch Rocky movies all day. There'd be like a marathon,
bro.
Where we sit down and watch all the Rocky movies, or even the old Purple Rain, different movies like that. Just all the old classics.
Yeah.
I know one of his favorite movies, The Heartbeats.
Heartbeats. Yeah, the 5 Heartbeats.
Yep. Yeah, that line for line, bar for bar, word for word.
Yeah, that's how it was with Friday. I was like, and I started saying the stuff at a young age because I watched it when I was 3. So that's when I was learning how to
You start
be
picking up on
colloquial.
stuff.
Yeah, I started picking up. I'm like, okay, I didn't know what it meant. So I'm just telling my mom, I'm like, yo, she was like, why you talking like that? Who told you to say that? And I was like, I was just watching this show, or I was just watching this movie. She would point directly to me, my dad, be blaming him for everything. And I was like, hey, it's a good movie.
Hey,
what can I say?
The game's the game.
Game is game.
Sure.
Indeed. What is the best skill that your father taught you?
Really just, hard work. Growing up, I was never just really like naturally talented at anything. So my dad just taught me like, if there's something that you want, like, you gotta work hard for it. Like, it's not gonna be given to you.
Definitely.
And if you just work hard, eventually you'll be rewarded. It might not come as fast as you want it to.
I was gonna say, patience.
But if you work hard, things will work out in the end like it should. If you just look at yourself in the mirror and say that you did, as long as you can say you did the best that you did and you worked hard for it, then that's all that matters. And eventually, that hard work will pay off. So I think that's a big thing, that he taught me that, I continue to use and take with me and hopefully be able to, along the line whenever I have kids, pass that skill down to them.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like more specifically, like really with cars, like he knew his way around the car.
Right.
Not saying he was into like carjacking and shit. That's not what I'm saying, by the way. I want money from this. I want money from this channel, so I'm not saying that.
We're not the stereotype.
Yeah, no, we don't jack cars. At least not anymore. The '90s maybe, but we'll see. But changing tires, changing fluids, oils, resetting, replacing batteries, engines, even like he just knew his way around a car. So he would like teach me from time to time. And it's crazy because he would choose the time I didn't want to learn. So like he'll wake me up in the morning, hey, we got a flat tire, change it, type shit. And I'm like, oh well, I don't know what I'm doing. So he'll like show me the ropes as I go along, and then eventually I'll just be doing the shit for him. So it was a matter of him just teaching me to be of service to him.
Honestly, that's dope though. They make you do it at like random times, cause like you never know when that could happen. So like
exactly.
it makes sense.
Thinking back, I'm like, okay, I was annoyed as fuck. I'm 12 years old, waking up in the middle of whatever sleep or slumber I was in, trying to change a tire and kick lug nuts and shit. But at the end of the day, flat tire can happen at any time. Yeah. And since that's happened, I've had about 4 flat tires, changed them efficiently.
Yeah, your father knew what was up. He knew what was up. What was your dad's favorite drink?
Well, he told me he wasn't a big drinker, but that didn't mean that he didn't ever drink. So before I was born, he told me like, okay, I would drink beer every now and then, right? Wine on occasion with his shorties. But like one that I know for certain, because we shared it, my 21st birthday, we shared this drink, was Grand Marnier. Now at first, that shit was ass. At first. But it is an acquired taste, and once you get good with it, once you know what to pair it with and all the other shit, then I'll start to come around. But as of now, I've only had it twice. So to me, it's nasty as fuck. Sorry, Pops. I'm sorry. It's just nasty as fuck. But I'll come around and see like if I can make a drink out of it or a cocktail, and hell, call it the Tony, because that's his nickname. So you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But Grand Marnier, that's some nasty shit. But other than that, beers, 40s, malt liquor from back in the day. That's about it.
Yeah. That's what's up. My dad was a heavy beer drinker. My dad, he's from Chicago, so like it's Chicago everything. So like he used to drink this beer all the time. It's called Old Style, which is like an old Chicago beer. I'm talking. He used to like it was water. Like it was water. He'll take that about 3 or 4 cans. But like if it's like the summertime, like it's hot outside right now, he had a grill going, be outside, listen to the Cubs on the radio. That's how
Oh, that's chill.
Yeah,
that's
you
chill.
know, got the Cubs on the radio.
Sitting on the porch side.
Yeah, and he would be like, "Go get daddy a beer." You do about 3 or 4 times.
Oh, that's one of yeah.
Yeah.
We
And then
call
one day,
we call him a beer fetcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like one day I tried it with him.
Yeah, we don't recommend it, especially before the age of 21.
As I said, I don't condone
Yeah.
underage drinking.
Yeah.
Do not do it.
Nah.
But he let me try a beer with him, and I spit it out immediately. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, this shit is disgusting.
It's nasty.
And I don't think I've had it since. I don't know if I ever will. Sorry, pops.
hey,
but,
hey, man, it's
but
nasty.
nah,
It's nasty.
he was definitely a beer drinker. He didn't like wine. We would do shots of Crown together.
Okay.
You know, especially once
Yeah.
I got of age again.
21 and
21.
up. 21 and up.
We would do shots of Crown every time I come back home. And then we had this drink that kind of like my brother came up with. So it'd be like Bacardi Limon and Simply Lemonade.
Oh,
And you
y'all
mix
was
it
mixing
together and put it in real
yeah.
ice. You drink like 2 of those. You're gonna be good.
You're gonna
for
be
the
decent.
Day.
Yeah.
You're gonna be decent. You're not gonna be overly lit, but you're gonna be feeling good.
Almost
But
there.
nah, my dad was like, big beer drinker.
I feel you. Like, first drink I ever had, my dad was a fucking Long Island. We didn't share it, obviously. Like, he bought me the drink my 21st birthday. That was after we took the Grand Marnier shots and shit. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not drinking because I gotta drive." I'm like, "Okay," but in my head, I'm thinking I can handle this because in college I've done some things.
We get lit.
Yeah,
we get lit.
we get there.
We have
get
a
there
good
for sure.
time.
We've had some conditioning. So taking that drink for the first time, me saying sip it slowly. I'm like, okay, I'll sip it slowly. First 2 sips, I'm out. Like, not out. Like, I'm not like drunk or anything, but I am getting there, and I'm like, oh shit. So then I read off the menu, and it has like 4 different alcohols, and he's like, "Told you." See, that's why I don't drink this shit. I said, then why'd you give it to me? Like,
we're trying to listen.
Hey man, I was just done with it.
The first sip of alcohol I had with my dad, it was some moonshine.
Man,
That was
moonshine.
That was my introductory into alcohol. And and the thing that was crazy because we went to Tennessee, like Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which is like a big tourist town, and they had like my mom and dad went to like this like I don't know like big alcohol like bourbon moonshine store, and I guess they had a whole bunch of different moonshines in it. They brought some back when we came back home, and I was curious. He let me try a little swig.
Oh, it's always a swig. It's always a swig, bro.
It wasn't even like a full shot. It was just a little bit.
Yeah,
And,
like just something to wet the whistle type
he
shit.
said, here,
Yeah.
he said, here, you don't need a full shot. And I'm curious, so I ain't thinking much of it. Well, I took it to the head.
Take it to the head. Oh
Took
my
it to the head.
God.
When I tell you, my chest started burning. Like it felt like,
Put some hair on that motherfucker.
bruh,
Yeah. Yeah. Again, 21.
it was crazy. I was like, in my head, I was like, why do people do this?
Like, why do this to yourself?
What's
What's the purpose?
What's the fascination?
What do you get out of that?
Yeah.
But come to college, now it's just a whole different ball game.
Oh yeah, college.
Everclear.
Oh no.
I don't do Everclear.
I
don't do that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just throwing that out there. But don't do that.
I don't know what you're talking
Everclear.
about. Don't ever drink
Use
Everclear.
Everclear for wounds. Do not use it for stomachs. That's not
Everclear. You might as well go to the store, grab some rubbing alcohol, just start drinking that.
favorite foods. So basically, it could be like a diet that your pops has, or it can be like if you set this food in front of him, he gonna eat this shit in like 5 minutes type shit. Like he'll like inhale it, like just straight up.
Any type of barbecue. Like ribs, because my dad, he was big into grilling, so like ribs, hot links. Like my dad, he'll take out some hot links. Like a barbecue chicken, he'll be sitting there sweating, eating.
So you be putting in that work.
Yeah,
putting in that work.
I'm talking, he said, like any type of like barbecue, Deviled eggs, baked beans.
That sounds good.
Yo, look, I grew up spoiled. Like my dad, like
because he threw down and y'all put that up.
Yeah, no, any type of like barbecue,
like barbecue food.
Yeah, anything like that.
Yeah, my dad, because he recently went vegan. He went vegan like I want to say 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5 years ago. But before then, he was eating fish and fowl. So he wanted to stay away from red meat. Before that, then he said, you know what? Fuck all meat. Or, excuse my language. Discern all meat. We're not going to eat that at all. Right? But let's get into the 2000s. He putting away everything in sight. He didn't really have, like, a food he didn't like. Or he didn't have a food. He wasn't a picky eater? Yeah, he wasn't picky at all. Like, he'll eat something if it's good for him. He'll eat something if it's bad for him. He'll eat something sweet. He'll eat something sour. But I remember specifically, he told me about this time he was around our age, going to a smorgasbord. Now, you know what a smorgasbord, that's basically your average Golden Corral. That's what I'm saying. But it's like on some old town shit.
Yeah, we got the big back it up.
Yeah, so all you can eat for like $3, I think.
$3.
Something crazy. Yeah, something crazy. Like,
I wish.
And it was back in the day, so I'm like, okay, I give him the benefit of the doubt. Jordans used to be like $80, so you know,
$3
comparatively, that makes sense. I wish Golden Corral was $3, but that's besides the point.
Yeah,
but they had to kick him out, bro. He ate up all the chicken, all of it. Like, I don't know if he was coming back from practice because he was on the basketball team, or he was coming back from work because he worked construction. But he told me that they literally they could not serve him anymore. They refused to because he kept eating, inhaling that shit. Fried chicken, biscuits, greens, mac and cheese.
Yeah, all that.
That's heavy. I don't know how you could put that away.
That's heavy.
Like, mind you, he was like 250 something. So he was like,
he was a bigger man.
Like a swole ass, like, I'll put a picture in there I don't know. I'll find a picture or something. But he was like, the way he made it seem like they hated this man. Like, it was a bittersweet thing because he was paying for it. But at the same time, he wasn't. He only paid $3. And people will only eat like 1 or 2 plates. This man's putting away 4 plates.
So was nobody else in the restaurant? Like, he was eating up all the food by himself?
No. Other people were there, but he was like the one to finish every batch that came in. Like, he would take and then take again. And then take again. And then, yeah, bro, like, he just kept coming back.
Hey, sir.
And they got sick of his shit. They said, sir, sir, leave some for the rest of us, please. Like,
cut them off.
They literally had to. Like, I've never heard of being cut off by chicken, but happened with him. It's shit crazy.
What type of music does your pops listen to?
Oh, yeah. So he was big heavy on, like, rap and shit. Because he could rap. Like, I probably got his rap from him. But he also listened to country. And he was just getting into Afrobeats, too. So I feel like he did that because of me. Because I started listening to Afrobeats, but he don't want to admit that. It's cool, though. But really just rap, R&B. You put on some Cool Mo D, he'll go crazy. Yeah, he was that type of dude. And then country, because he grew up in Marion, Illinois. That's like farther than Carbondale. That's all country. Like, I don't know about like the horses and saddles and shit, but it's country enough for me. Like,
hey, look,
you don't see a lot of us, so I'm like, that's.
I know, like Darius Rucker. Or like that.
Sticks, the real sticks. But yeah, mainly those, and then I don't know if he got into rock. I don't think so though. He didn't really like the whole like emo shit. But then again, it didn't really come out until the early like mid 2000s. So. And then Beastie Boys and things here and there. But
for sure.
Yeah, he just wasn't picky with that stuff either. Wholeheartedly.
My dad, because my dad is a little older. You know, he's a boomer. So,
for sure.
He was like big into like 70s, like R&B, like bands, like.
Oh yeah.
Like, he was into stuff like that. He was into rap, like Biggie was a guy. He listened to Tupac, Biggie, but like Biggie, big Michael Jackson fan.
Oh yeah, Mike Jack. Yeah.
Big Michael Jackson
Mike
fan. Love Prince too. You know, so like 70s, 80s, like soulful music, like Marvin Gaye.
Oh yeah, Marvin Gaye,
the Gap
Isley
Band,
Brothers,
Isley Brothers,
Earth, Wind and Fire,
Earth, Wind
all
and
that.
Fire, Stevie Wonder,
Heat Wave,
Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
He was listening to all that. Boys to Men.
Boys to Men, yeah.
Like real old school, like Motown, like that was
Motown.
his thing. Motown, like that was his thing.
Motown, Motown.
But he was surprised me hearing there. Like I remember when I was in high school, this is like when Bodak Yellow, like, you know, first came out when like Cardi B really started like becoming known for real.
Yeah.
And he was picking me up from school.
He was bumping.
And he started singing the song.
Bro, for real?
I was
like
I was
that's
like,
it. Yeah.
I was like, how do you know this?
That's exactly what my pops did. Like in high school, he would pick me up. All I would hear is, I'm like, why are you? And he's blasting this. Like,
I'm talking.
Out,
I got in the car. He said, I make money moves.
These red bottoms.
I'm like, how do you know?
Bro, like, I'm sitting there thinking, how do you know the lyrics better than me? This song just came out, bro.
I'm like, how do you know? Because, like, it's because, like, he wasn't into, like, listening to the music, you know, that we listen to. Right. You know, but he was surprised me every once in a while. Like,
Bad and Bougie. He couldn't stand Bad and Bougie. Like, in a good way. Like, he loved it. Like, any Migos songs that was, like, mainstream and you could hear them say actual lyrics, he'll, like, hype that up and be like, you know, you didn't, I'm going to replay it. You didn't hear what he said. Like, bro, it's Migos. He don't know what he's saying, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Like, that's crazy.
He starts singing that Bodak Yellow, I was confused.
Crazy.
I was perplexed.
I was perplexed too, bro. Like,
yeah, bro.
I just didn't expect him to be bumping it. Like, it's that, and he was bumping some Yo Gotti. It go down in the DM.
Go down the DM.
I was like, I had no words. Yeah. He was bumping that. Future. Oh my God. And my brother knows what's up. Future. That nigga love Future.
Oh yeah.
Now, he wouldn't like go see him in a concert type, but he would bump his music probably every single day before and after school, like religiously. Like, thought it was a drug. I just and some Gucci. Like, why do you know this? And why are you listening to it? It got so bad to a point where he used my phone to play the music because I listen to this all the time. So he was like, "You put me on that
playlist."
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just give it to you, bro.
Nah, my dad, especially growing up in the car, he's like, we're not gonna listen to what you want to listen to. We're gonna listen to what I want to listen to.
Because you're the one driving.
Yeah, he's the one driving. So it's just 70s, 80s, like everything, like R&B. Like when my dad got older, he wasn't really too much into rap, but like R&B for sure. So
yeah,
he liked Elvis too. Yeah, he liked
Elvis too. There's another group. I already said Heat Wave.
Oh, the Ohio Players. I definitely like them. Ohio Players.
What is it called? It's like Summer Madness. Cool in the Game.
Oh, Cool in the Game.
Yeah, that's. He listens to a lot of that type of music, like instrumentals and chill music and shit.
Average White Band, Schoolboy Crush.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crush. Okay.
Yeah, that was the shit.
That was what's up.
For sure. But yeah, nah, that was basically that's really all we listened to.
Sure. The best present or gift that your father gifted you. So it could be like Christmas, birthday, or it could just be some random shit.
I don't know. I'm not really like a materialistic person, but
yeah, it could even be like either a life lesson or that. Because I know we already did skill, but it can be like a gift, like a verbal gift, so like a life lesson that just stuck with you. Like, okay, I fuck with it, and it helped you. Or it can be like a gift, like something that you've been wanting that you cherished since he gave it to you.
There's so much. I think because I saw the other questions, I'll save those nuggets of information
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll say
yeah.
that first, later questions. But
Yeah.
greatest gift he probably gave me, my car. I'm not driving it no more now. It broke down on me. But yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it just broke down on me. But yeah, the 2012 Chevy Impala. Because before that, I was driving a 2001 Ford Focus. That thing was old.
It was 200K on it.
Oh, bro, that thing would break down in the winter time. And then once you figured out, I was coming to school out here in Springfield. It was like, yeah, we need you to.
It broke down something when you needed it the most too.
The winter time, the winter will tell you what's wrong with your car. So when that happened, yeah, you got me the car. So like, it was my senior year of high school. So it was like a Christmas, birthday / graduation gift all in one, because my birthday's about a month after Christmas, and then I was graduating. So yeah, bought that car, it's paid off and everything. All I had to pay for was gas and then some repairs, depending on how much it costs. But yeah, I drove that car. I just stopped driving it. I drove that thing for about 6 years.
6 years. That's good for 2012. Honestly,
that 2001 Ford Focus I had before.
Struggling. I'm already knowing.
Man, it was a piece of shit, but it was my piece of shit.
Hey, piece of shit that got you from A to B, to C to D to E to F. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, but I would probably say that car did me wonders.
For sure.
What about you? What's your pops give you?
Hey, I would say same. Like my car, 2014 Chevy Cruze, LT trim. If that makes a difference. I don't even know what that means, but
the model.
Yeah, I was gonna say he bought it at a dealership. I want to say my junior year, so 2023. It's like May 2023. And I already sent him like some money to like help me look for one to buy it, but I was gonna like make monthly payments, and then he just came down one day and just showed me like, yeah, like I just helped you get it like completely. So all you gotta worry about is like insurance. And I was like, yeah, that's love. I wasn't expecting that shit at all too. I was like, damn, bro, like for real. I'm looking. I'm like, damn.
You said
like,
this
shit. I was like, for real. I'm like, you don't have to worry about the AC. I was like, because the AC in my old car. Non-existent. Oh man, non-existent, bro. Like when I tell you, I had a 98 Crown Vic.
Jesus.
Yeah, 98 Crown Vic. That shit was subpar. Now he helped me get that car, but he was highly against it for very obvious reasons, and I should have listened to him. But it did help me do, a few things here and there. Like it helped me get started with the haircutting business. I could like cut people's hair and get there faster type shit. But looking back on it, I mean, a bike would have been better. I could just put everything in a backpack and just ride my bike to places, because that car broke down so many times.
Said 98, well, that's older than us.
For real. I was sitting in the car that was older than me.
Yeah.
Driving it like it was my you dig. And it was a cop car too.
Oh, an old cop car.
So that's probably why it still had life. So I still got criminals to catch and shit. Like, yeah, the V8 engine too.
Oh, yeah, V8 engine?
Yeah, I was revving that vessel. Oh shit. But no, it broke down like 6 times. And the 6th time, I decided to sell it for parts because it wasn't going to start up again without a jump. And I scrapped it, and that was that. And I ended up I got scammed too. That was the same car I got scammed with. So y'all go check out that video, story time on how I got scammed. Because I paid like $2K for it, sold it for $600 in parts. That's a scam. But yeah, should be crazy, man. You can't trust all the little car shops that be selling used cars and shit.
Yeah, bro, that's scary, especially if you don't know what you're doing or you don't know nothing about cars.
You feel me? Like, yeah. I'll go into detail, but it's in the story time. You go ahead and check that out.
Biggest lesson your father taught you?
Biggest lesson, I would say, biggest lesson is to cut once, measure twice. Meaning, right? always prepare for something, even if it's not likely or not possible. It's always good to have like a backup plan. Or when you're like completing something, it's always good to double check, triple check, quadruple check to ensure completion and success of the task. So it's really general. Like it can mean anything. It can mean schoolwork. You check over your work a couple of times, or it could be applying for jobs. You know, cut once, measure twice. Make sure your resume looks straight. Or it can just be like, you know, cutting hair. Because as you know, when you take off hair, you can't just. I'm not a GTA barber. Like you can't just put that shit back on. So it's like the permanency of certain tasks. Like it will count the first time you do it. So by cutting once and measuring twice, make sure you measure that before you cut it, but make sure it's the right measurement, so to speak. So it kind of speaks to everything. Like just really good general advice. It's been helping.
That's taught me a lot. Biggest lesson. I would say just from the men's perspective, it's okay to be vulnerable. You know, my dad, very old school man, you know, didn't like to really show his feelings and everything like that. But for me growing up, he made sure like it was okay for me to be vulnerable. Like it's okay to cry. It's okay to ask for help. You know, and that's something I'm still trying to work on myself.
Like asking
for help is
like,
tough. You know,
I just want to be independent. You know, but sometimes you need it. Like,
sometimes you try to figure it out. Or for me, it's fear out of. I guess for me, it's fear out of
dependency.
Not that, but like people using my vulnerability against me. You know, but my dad said, you know, you always have people in your corner. You know, it's okay to be vulnerable. So I think that was the big thing that's kind of stuck with me. That even though he didn't grow up like that, he let me know, you know, like I know you want to figure it out on your own, and it's okay, you know, to be a man and everything like that. But you know, sometimes we need help too. You know, and it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to not be okay all the time.
Yeah, it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah, like that's perfectly normal. So I think that's something that kind of stuck with me, that he allowed me to do that.
Yeah. No, that's deep, bro. Like, he would always tell me, like my dad would tell me, like, if you need help, just ask for it. Like, I'll give it to you. Even when, you know, I knew he wasn't able to, like, he'll still do something to help. Like, he wouldn't just leave me high and dry, which makes sense. But then again, in my head, I'm thinking, well, I got to be independent somehow. But at the end of the day, I mean, like you said, support system, there are people that you can't replace in your life. So you got to figure out a way to incorporate your dependency around them and be able to look to them for help too. It's something I got to work on too.
Yeah, man. It's hard reaching out asking for help, you know, because you feel so seen, you know. But
definitely.
With time it become easier.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would say
that's the biggest thing.
Respect. Sure. What is one piece of advice your father would give you now, based on where you are at in life at this moment? So like currently, what would he say, or what would he do or offer?
If he were here right now, or if this was him speaking to me from, you know, above, he'll probably be like, son, I know you're in I know you're struggling right now. You're in a dark place in life, but the storm's gonna pass. You know, you're gonna get through this. He would tell me this all the time, because it's something I still struggle with. You know, there are certain things, you know, in life that you can't control, and you cannot worry about that. You know, you can't stress yourself out over that, because things are gonna be, you know, things are gonna end up the way that they are, you know. So you can't stress about things that you can't control, whether that's people, life itself, different situations. You know, there's things happen, you know, that come unexpected, and you know, you can't really stress out about that. You can't let that keep you down forever, you know. So he'll probably tell me right now, you know, you gotta pick yourself up. You can't be feeling sorry for yourself all the time. You know, I know there's things that you want to do and people that you want to be around, but right now you need to take care of yourself. And you know, the people that care about you, the people that want to see you win, are going to be in your corner. And things will work out the way they're supposed to. You just keep working hard, keep doing what you're supposed to do. Things will work out. And yeah, that's probably what they tell me. You know, you just keep working hard, pick yourself up. Sure. You're gonna be okay. Things happen in life, you know, that we're not always ready for or we nearly expect, you know. But just lean on your loved ones, which has been my mom for the past 8 to 9 months. My mom's been holding me down. But that's what they tell me. Just lean on the people, you know, that want to see you win. And then things will work out the way they're supposed to, or the way you envision it.
Right. Yeah. That's what that resonates with me. Like, that's probably something he would tell me. I mean, he'll tell me to stop being lazy and whatnot, and do this, do that. But at the end of the day, he'll just say, do what makes you happy, right? But to obtain that happiness, you have to work hard for it. So I've been going to the gym way more often than I need to be. And while it may be unnecessary at times, or it may be tiring, or it just stresses me the fuck out, you know, at the end of the day, it's something that'll make me better. Same thing with applying for jobs. Like, normally I'll just settle on just one job, but like, there's something telling me to keep going. There's something telling me there's a different job out there that you're gonna want. And why sell yourself short of one opportunity when you can apply yourself to several opportunities? So he'll tell me to just keep working at that. And then as far as like relationships and stuff like that, just be true to yourself. You know, I mean, I'm not having like an issue with my identity at the time, but he always used to like predict shit, which is crazy. Like, he would just be predicting shit, and then like a week later, I'm like, oh, he did tell me to do this, so I'm gonna do this. Wow. And it'll just magically like fix everything. So he'll probably tell me, you know, be yourself at the end of the day. Don't let your identity be shaped by other individuals or what you see in society, because that means you're willing to sacrifice your individuality for the pleasure of other people that don't even give a shit about you, mind you. Some people don't give a shit about you, so you're gonna need to prioritize your responsibilities, whether it's people, girlfriends, relationships, or family, mothers, cousins, and, you know, job, school, that type of thing. So
that's dope. That's like a that's just saying, like, march to your own beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, not everybody is gonna understand the vision. You know, those that do, that believe in you, are gonna be there for you. But don't worry about the people, you know, that can't understand or don't understand why you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And, you know, and it's dope that your dad breaks it down like that, you know, because, you know, it's not meant for everybody to understand. You know, it's your vision. So I think that's dope.
Yeah, he was heavy on fuck people. Like, they not for you, they not for you. And I respect that. So it was like hard for me growing up, because I always wanted people, everyone that I'm around, to be in agreement or like me, or whatever the case may be. But there's just always some form of hatred that you may not see in them, but that they definitely would have for you. So it's important to not sniff that out, but to be able to be yourself and not worry about whether people will accept you for that.
It's crazy, because I guess I put my business out there since we're doing
You smooth.
Really good. You know, I currently was just placed on academic suspension. You know, I've had some mistakes and some things happen, you know, on my end that I could have been better about. I also had some things happen that were out of my control that kind of took away from school, being my father's death, right. You know, and having some just outside noise that's kind of affected, you know, where I'm at. And it's caused me to, you know, lose my jobs. So right now I'm currently job searching. You know, I was up to 2 this morning, just applying for jobs. But you know, in situations like that, my dad would be like, you know what you got to do. You know, And the big thing that he'd always say, him and my mother, which always, I guess in a way, I never cared really about anything else. I just wanted my parents to be proud of me, you know. And
Yeah.
the thing, I think that's always kept me going. And my mom had to tell me this other day, you know, I would never be disappointed. You know, I'm always going to be proud of you. You know, things in life happen, but you got to keep going. And I know that's something my dad always used to preach as well too. And and you know, he tell me, you know, you just gotta pick yourself up. You're just in the dark right now, you know. Like I get it. You're hard on yourself. You're hard on yourself. But you gotta keep going. Because life keeps going, you know. Life
won't wait for you.
Life doesn't
like,
stop for anybody.
Life is like a train. Like it'll stop at one point, or it'll feel like it'll stop, but it's gonna keep going in one direction.
Yeah. But you just be like, you gotta keep going, you know. Rub some dirt on, rub some, you know,
for real.
Rub some dirt on it. It's okay to feel how you feel.
Walk it out.
But yeah, you just gotta keep going. That's kind of like I said, that
way it happens.
You kind of say, you know, there's things, you know, you can't control. You know this happened. All right, keep pushing forward. I know he'll tell me, you know, your mom's still there working hard for you, you know, which I'm very grateful for my mom.
Most stuff.
Like I said, I'm very grateful for my mom. That's superwoman in my eyes. But
for sure.
My dad, he would just tell me, like, you know, do what you have to do. Like I said, just lean on people that care about you, that want to see you do well, even though it might be hard for you to reach out. But you got to give it time. Things won't change overnight like you wanted to.
Oh, definitely.
Stop stressing about the things that you can't control, because all it's going to do is bring you unnecessary stress, and you'll never get out that funk. So yeah, I know that's really something. That's kind of what he would tell me. That's what I would expect to hear from him.
Most definitely. And he'll definitely see the man you are today and be proud.
Yeah,
or he does see. You know, he just can't say that. They just can't say that.
Just physically.
Yeah, but there'll be signs. You know, wake up in the middle of the night, you hearing shit. Not no scary shit, but obviously, you know, something spiritual, ethereal, dreams and shit.
I'll hear his voice.
Yeah.
Hear his voice, and I'll be like, man. Or situations will pop up, and he'll be like, yeah. I'm like, he said this would happen.
I did used to smoke off of campus, by the way, and it could have been a situation where he would smoke at the same time. So I would call him after smoking, and he would ask me, "Are you smoking right now?" And I'm like, "No. Why would you ask that?" He was like, "No, you seem out of it." I'm like, "Nah, I'm chill. I'm good." No, I'm getting well. I'm fried like a motherfucker, but it's legal. So like just knowing that connection, anytime I smoke, it's like, okay, it kind of reminds me of him, but at the same time, I know it's not something I should be like saying that is him, because then you'll get addicted and go through all the, you know, withdrawal and shit like that. But just looking towards better things to remind me of him. So like working out, he's the one that showed me the workouts and how to, you know, do shit. He's the one that got me my first membership at Planet Fitness before he kicked me off so I could get in for free. When they started that, he said, "I ain't got to pay for your ass no more." I said, "Hey, that's smooth. Hey, I'm getting it for free, for real."
Smart man. I think this was cool. I think this was like therapy for the both of us. You know, especially with Father's Day just passing. That was it was different. It was a difficult day, but
definitely.
I mean, we both made it through.
Definitely, yeah.
I said we both made it through. You know, I appreciate you letting me come to you with this idea, you know, doing this and being able to do it on your platform, you know, and being vulnerable enough, you know, to peel the layers back a little bit, you know, and talk about this. So I think we're both in similar boats right now, just miss our fathers heavily, but, you know, even though they're not here with us physically, spiritually, you know, their legacy lives on within us and our siblings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can't leave them out.
I say, and our siblings.
You like, the weight is on our backs. No, we share it with the siblings.
We share.
Yeah,
I have an older brother too. I have an older brother.
Yeah.
But, bro,
Yeah, man. Same here. Anytime you want to talk, work out, I'm here, or just chill, hang out, travel. You know?
Right.
Pretty sure our fathers would. They would definitely hang out with each other too. Now that I'm thinking about it, they would definitely get along too. So it may just be the fate shit lining up and shit like that. But most definitely, man.
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be the thumbnail. You don't have to look at the camera though. I was gonna be.